Welcome to the Plumbing Live Q&A with Roger Wakefield. That's right, that's me. If you want to learn plumbing by receiving the best information, if you believe that your opinion matters and you want it to be heard, if you really have a love for getting into the trades and getting better at the trades, and you want to have a freaking awesome time, learning and contributing. Let me tell you what, I think you will be great because you'll have options here where the information and the facts and the data equal everything that you need. If this is your first time here and you accidentally landed on this, please don't click away. There may be something here that you may learn something. Now, if you're looking for something specific, jump over to one of the other videos. We've got plenty of them out there. But look, if you know somebody interested in getting in the trades, getting better at the trades, starting their own company, or even a trades company owner, share this video with them. And if you have not done it, subscribe, ring the bell, click it. That way you know what's going on. Welcome to the show. It's Monday afternoon. God, what, late October already? It is getting there quickly. Yeah, yes, my Yeti's over here. So let me get it over here where I can get a drink. And actually, it's not water today. Just want y'all to know. I'm drinking the hard stuff. I moved up to iced tea. Not very cold, but tastes pretty good. So let's jump into the chat real quick and see who all we've got in here. First of all, Nuwajia Saxon Sr. says, I'm waiting teacher. This is Saxon from Kenya. Welcome from East Africa. Good to have you in here. Giga Chad, what's up? How are you? Jonathan Wheeler. I thought it said Jason there for a second. Good afternoon. How are you? And that's right. Jonathan, tell them everybody hit the like button. Getting started. Got about 40 people in here and 12 likes. Man, we are doing pretty good right there. Thank you very much. Landon McLeod, how are we doing? What's up? I'll tell you what. Here's a good thing. And I like this because somebody's already started it. Landon, number one, it's a great day. It's a great day to be alive. But here's the deal. MLO 760, Dallas, Texas. I'm in Richardson, Texas. Everybody do me a favor. And I know it's still kind of early, but put in the links where you're at, or put in the comments where you're at. What do you do? Are you a plumber? Are you an apprentice? Are you a roofer, an HVAC technician? We'll talk bad about you, but we will still let you hang out in here. And not really. Look, tradespeople, it's really funny because people ask me that all the time. They're like, look, do you hate electricians? Oh my God, no. They're fun to make fun of. Without them, we couldn't. And I'm joking. Look, the trades, we all get along. Now, we may have days that we talk trash against each other or about each other. You will never hear me say, I wish I'd have been born an electrician. But, the neat thing about it is, look, most of us tradespeople, we get along really good. There's a mutual respect because what we do is, man, this is a prideful job. We love what we do. We enjoy what we do. We want to help others learn and grow. But at the end of the day, we all try to work together. So if everybody would drop a comment in here, I see some journeyman plumbers. I guess see some guys from Dallas. Man, New Jersey Apprentice. I love that. I was actually up in Piscataway here a couple of years back. Michael Brennan from New York City, and I'll hit these here a little bit, but I like that iced tea. See you. Man, and I do. I love unsweet iced tea, which is really crazy for a Texan. Man, something about it though, it is just really good. It hydrates me. I love it. Man, I'm gonna try to get this right. Now, I hope I got that. All right. So don't know what happened there, but look, I kicked the table really hard. I think we might have fixed it. Mr. Engineer 09, how are you? Hunter Cole says howdy. Looks like I'm still froze up over here on YouTube. Let me click on the live and just see. Looks like we might be okay there. Let me see. Raphael Ponce, how are we doing? And we did have internet problems earlier today. I want to go ahead and throw this disclaimer in right now. Literally, I was on the way home. At 3:30, we realized not only did we have problems, we had no internet. My team's been in there working on it today, not working on trying to get internet, but working around not having internet. And literally at 3:30, I jumped in the car, headed home. One of my guys texted me and says, "Hey, Raj, it's back on." So I made a U-turn and flew back here. I walked in about 1 minute before the show started, tried to change shirts, get something to drink, use the restroom, wash my hands, knock out everything I had to do. So it's running like crazy, and then it just lagged on me. I don't know that it's ever done that. So if we've got problems here today, guys, I'm sorry. We will work on it. But like the sign just said, look, if you like what we're doing here, give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to ring the bell. And this is the big one. If you know anybody, and I don't know why, but it's telling me having a problem streaming to Facebook. So you know what? We may not be on Facebook. I'm gonna cancel that and see what it does. I'm just go right there and see what happens. Guys, we may not be on Facebook. If we are, great. If we're not, guys, I am sorry. I promise we're trying to. But like I was saying, like the sign said just a minute ago, like the video if you like what we're doing. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe. Please ring the bell. You may get more information in here than you ever thought you would get because the questions you have, there's a lot of other people asking too. Gary Tincher says, "Good evening, Roger. Joining you again from Salem, Virginia. Good to have you in here. Thank you. Trying not to fall asleep. Have been doing groundwork all day. Man, good luck for you. Well, the good thing is, man, Gary, it's what 5:10 there. Hopefully, your day is getting pretty close to finished. I hope for you. TFF Plumbing, what's up? How are we doing? Got Jack's plumbing videos in 70. Schedule 40 PVC was beige, but GSR and Plessline made gray, scheduled 40 PVC. Now they make schedule 80 PVC gray and schedule 40 white. So good stuff there, Jax. Ruben, how are we doing? So Rio, can you transfer unions if you're an apprentice? And if you can, will you pick up where you left off or do you have to start over? That's a good question. So Rio, here's what I'll tell you. If you're an apprentice and you want to transfer unions, first of all, you need to talk to your business agent and business manager. Let them know where it is you're wanting to move. If you're wanting to move to a certain state, city, maybe you already know the local that you're wanting to move into, they can contact the business agent and manager there. They can give you a recommendation and a referral. So if they are looking for help, yes, you can transfer. And all the hours that you have in and all the time that you have in studying, wherever you're at in your union training program, most of that should carry over. Now, if you're going from a union like Dallas that does not teach service at all, and you're going to, say, Chicago that is real heavy on service, if you wanting to get in as a service plumber, they may not let those hours transfer over, or they may not let you stay right where you're at. They may tell you need to back up to learn something. So, Rio, I hope that that helps. But I will tell you this: look, man, get where you want to get as soon as you can, and start building your name and reputation there. And something that we talk about in the trades academy that we do. Look, guys, keep learning. Don't let learning be something that keeps you from moving ahead. And what I mean by that is most people get in the trades, and when I got in, I wanted to be a plumber. And I know friends that got in, they wanted to be an electrician. Well, the thing is, when they get in there and get that license, and look, I'm speaking from the heart, me, when I got in and got my license, I just quit learning. It's like, look, man, I'm a plumber now. I got it made. This is where I want to be. I never even thought about learning more to move up, to become a foreman, to become a superintendent, to become a project manager. Look, I eventually went on to become a director of operations for a large mechanical contractor here in Dallas. And it was because of the things that I learned, the things that I put in my head, the knowledge I gained. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in there just in case anybody knows anybody like wanting to get in the trades or anything like that, the Trades Academy, get now that this is what we talk about in there. I don't teach people the trades. I teach them how to become the best tradesman that they can be. Kenneth, howdy from Alabama. Number one, hello to you, sir. Uh, man, good to have people from all over the country in here. I love this. So I got to know if you're an Alabama football fan, though. See, I'm a Longhorn fan, and I hate to say that right now because it's not a great year for us, but I think we're on the rebuild again. So anyway, and just have to ask. I love college football. Don't ask me about the NFL because I really don't. Uh, Ice tea, absolutely. Be careful. You never know what you'll find down the sewers. Man, that is true. Remarkable as we've talked about doing some cool videos about that. And if my guys are in here listening, uh, yeah, we really need to play with that one. That can be good. Ruben from Las Vegas, how are you? Ruben, I was actually there last year, I believe, the beginning of the year for the kitchen and the bath KBIZ, the kitchen and bath industry show. Loved it. Had a blast. Pastor Cudi, how are you? Good to see you in here. Manuel, ¿cómo estás? Jesse Lara says hello from California. I love that. Kenneth Simmons says I'm the dirty IT guy. Haha. That's pretty funny. Imlo's a journeyman plumber. Good to have you in here, man. And right here in Dallas, I love it. Jonathan Wheeler says TikTok meetup in Nashville, Tennessee this past weekend was great. And I got invited that. There was just no way to get up there to it. And I really wish that I did. I've got to tell you, I love what we do over on TikTok. Those of y'all that have not seen it, let me see. I think I got it here somewhere. I did have it. There we go. Any of y'all that have not seen what we're doing on TikTok, man, go over there and check this out. This is really pretty cool. We have a lot of fun. And what I will say is if you have not gone over to our subreddit, and I'll put that up here in a little bit too. If you've not gone over to our subreddit and seen what we're doing over there, we have actually got plumbers from around the world that put pictures and videos of, man, some of the best plumbing I've seen and some of the worst plumbing I've seen. So, if you've ever seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever seen it and taken pictures of videos of it, I would like to have it. The subreddit, I'll put it up here in a minute. So if you hadn't seen this over on TikTok, there it is right there. And the other one for the subreddit is right here above it. Roger Wakefield posts. And I'm telling you guys, we do have fun over there. All right. So let's go back over here. Pastor Cootie says plumbing apprentice in Seattle, Washington. That is so wonderful, man. I've met some amazing apprentices up there. And I think it's Craftsman Plumbing. And man, that may be you because I know that when I met you at dinner one night, you're like, "Hey, I get in there." Okay, so you're Richie Reuter. Gotta love it. Oh, Richie Reuter too. Okay, I looked right below it and I thought it was from the same person. Richie, how we doing? Good to see you in here. Anthony Montano, good to have you in here. Southern Cal. I gotta tell you what, I was out in LA, God, 3 weeks ago now, 4 weeks ago. I gotta tell you, I love LA. It's pretty cool. Jonathan Wheeler, gonna have you back in here. Truck driver from Alabama. Got a lot of Alabama people in the house. Better watch what I say here. Yeah, yeah. Don't want to get into that one. I can't win that argument right now. Michael Brennan says, "Thank you, Roger, for all your helpful information." Look, Michael, I love what I do, and the neat thing about it is I am truly blessed to be in the position that I'm in. Look, I love the trades. If y'all can't tell that, man, I'm sorry. Jump over and check out some of the videos that we do, and watch what we do. I love the opportunity that guys like us are given, and I want you to think about this because getting into the trades, literally, I was not going to college, and I probably should have. I had a very high IQ and probably should have gone to college. I was just done with school. I was tired of it. I was frustrated with it. I was burned out on it. And my opportunity was that one of my best friends told me about his father and his three older brothers that were all in the trades. They were all plumbers. They loved what they did. And man, he talked about it all the time. Whenever I lost the job I had, I ended up calling one of his brothers and said, "Hey man, look, I want to try to get into plumbing." So I did. And when I got into plumbing, now I had quit school. So this was the middle of my junior year. So I had quit school, got into plumbing, and I really thought, you know what? Man, this is great. But what I did do, luckily, I went back and graduated my class. And that's good now because as a licensed professional in Texas, you needed that license. You needed that diploma. So in order for me to move up, I knew that I had to get that diploma. And I did. Luckily for me, whenever I came back to school, I was far enough ahead when I quit that I was able to graduate with my class. But I loved plumbing so much when I had quit. And I did it the last half of my junior year and the beginning of the last half of my junior year and all summer. So I literally quit right before it was time to go back to school. And it was great because, man, I had money. I was going to school. Uh, man, life wasn't too bad. But what I'll tell you is, I think it's great because I know a lot of people that went off to college that don't make the kind of living that I did. And it's because the trades, if you get in it, you learn it and you do it right, the opportunities ahead of you can be amazing. So, you know, look, this is helpful information to a lot of people, Michael, and I get that and I love that. But I love teaching. I love talking about the trades. I love telling people about all the good reasons to get into the trade. So thank you very much. I know I kind of got on a soapbox there, but 100% awesome is a New Jersey apprentice. Thank you very much. And Michael's from up in New York City. I'll tell you what, I got to go up to New York a few years back. Got to spend time in downtown New York. And I say downtown, World Trade Center area. And I got to drive over to Piscataway and drive over to Boston. And I just had so much fun. So it's a neat part of the world. If you've never seen it, go see it. I got to tell you, I could never live there. I'm a redneck from Dallas, Texas. It might be tough, but I had a blast. So pretty cool, man. There it is. Like, subscribe, and get notified. Man, ring that bell. Just gently press it. You don't have to slam on it. You don't have to hit it hard. Although it may like being hit hard. I don't know. Uh, Connor Kenny says plumbing apprentice from Michigan. That's another place I get to go up, or used to get to go up to Ann Arbor every year. When I was in the instructor training program, we'd fly into Detroit, drive over to Ann Arbor. Man, going to eat in downtown Ann Arbor, the restaurants there. Got to go up to the big house and check it out. Uh, Kind of, I got to tell you, man, it's pretty up there. It is really pretty. Kenneth Simmons says, used to be an electrician. The plumbers always whined and complained when we had to share a work site. Ha ha ha. Got to bust your balls. You know what, man? I get it. Kenneth, look, we all do. We give each other a hard time, but man, that's what it's all about. The neat thing about being in the trades out on the job, normally there's a mutual respect for each other. You normally try to do things to help each other, and it can be a lot of fun. Let me hit that button over because I done messed something up there. Moda is a California apprentice. Mr. Mata, good to have you in here. Daniel Allen says, 18 years old, going to work with my dad in commercial plumbing. What should I expect? I know some of the things to expect and how to succeed, but would like to hear what you have to say. Okay, Daniel, here's what I'm doing. I want to put this out to everybody. If you're in here right now and you've done commercial plumbing, what should this young man expect? What should he expect from commercial plumbing? And not just what should he expect, what should he know? And we'll come back to that in a minute because it'll take a minute for these to get up here. And Milk, I don't know if my audio's cutting out for anybody else. You're the only one I've seen say anything. Uh, if I'm having audio problems, please let me know. I'm looking at my monitor down here. I don't see anything that says it's bad or anything at all like that. Surreal says, can you transfer unions? I already talked about that one. Yes, you can. Guitar 1301, got a New Jersey master plumber. Good for you. So Guitar 1301, tell me this. To get your master's in New Jersey, is it a statewide test? Is it a local test? Is it practical and written? Tell me a little bit about the test. Just curious. I have people ask me about testing across the country all the time. And I got to tell you, I love my iced tea. Chad Messier is a plumbing student in Montreal. And I love this because, Chad, that means you're going to university. And see, we don't have it set up like that here in the United States. But I got to tell you, I think what y'all do is phenomenal. And I love the idea of getting in and learning like that. I mean, literally, you go to school like college and then you get out and it's hands on. Am I correct? Yeah, you say you can't wait to start working. Wait till you're out working. You say, man, I wish I was sitting back in the classroom again. Pretty neat. Timothy Wilhelm up in Casper, Wyoming. I was actually over up in that area a while back. I went up to Montana for a little bit. Luis Carmona, how often do you get to work with gas lines? Luis, number one, this is a great question because plumbers work on natural gas in Texas. We're the ones that are licensed by the AHJ, the authority having jurisdiction. So when you get a plumbing license, part of it is working on a gas line. So, man, we get to work on it quite often, really. Everything from testing it, searching for leaks, locating it, repairing, replacing the whole 9 yards. So, Luis, here in Texas, we get to do it quite often. Tony Pepe, how are you? Good to see you in here. Hunter Cole. Howdy, Mr. Roger. I'm an aspiring plumber out of Beaumont, Texas, but I can't get a straight answer how to join the trade. Could you point me in the right direction? Yeah, Hunter. Man, and there's a lot of things, and I've made a lot of videos on it. But that going across the bottom, getting into the trades, that's where you'll really probably learn the most. But if you just want to find out how to get in the trades, there's two different things. In Beaumont, you could go over to Houston and go to Local 68, talk to them. That's going to get you in as a commercial plumber. If you want to do residential, first of all, you've got to ask yourself, do you want to do commercial, residential, service, construction? And then you've got to apply for companies that specialize in that. So if it's open shop, you just go apply at the company. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. But that program down at the bottom, that's going to teach you the things to help you through the interview process. It's going to teach you the things to help you learn more and move up and do better. So that's what I put that together for. Below 36, honey, it says, what's up from Fresno, California, plumber apprentice, local 246. Man, good to have you in here. Look, I think in below 36, tell me this. In California, does your union just teach commercial or does it teach residential service also? Yeah, just good to know because I think that's great. Where did it go? It just jumped on me, didn't it? All the way down. Sorry, guys, man. My thing here, when I hit it, it jumps. Oh, there we go. I did it though. Perfect. So right back to you. Yeah, tell me what your union does and teaches and all that. Just curious. Got Ron Jung, a contractor from Montana. Ronald, congratulations. Kenneth Simmons says, howdy from Alabama. IT guy by trade, used to be a journeyman electrician. Kenneth, it's great to have you in here. Jonathan Williams says, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You will learn a ton of information. And Roger's a great guy. I have to pay him a lot to say stuff like that. So please make it worth the while. Give me a thumbs up. If you do like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, subscribe and ring the bell. And man, if you know anybody that you think getting into the trade could help them and change their lives, because I've got to tell you, it's changed mine drastically. Share this video, share it on your Facebook, share it on your Twitter, share it on Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you share stuff at. Just hit the bottom down on the bottom, share it, and let people know, hey, this is something that might help you fix your plumbing at home. It may actually help you fix somebody's life, because some people need to know there's a way to get in the trades, and this is really a great way to do it. Salvador Hernandez says, what brand of tools do you prefer? Well, I know that you can see, well, oh, yes, you can. Right, yeah, right there. My box, my Lowe's bits are sitting on top of my Milwaukee pack out. I love Milwaukee. I love Rigid. I love DeWalt. I think they're all three good, and I love it when these guys get in an argument back and forth about which one's better. You know what, man? They're all good. They all do things different. I've probably used Rigid longer than anything, then Milwaukee, and then DeWalt. But I got to tell you, man, I love every one of them. Inla says, "Do you have to be an RMP to contract plumbing work?" Yes, sir, you do. To do it legally, you do. If not, you can do it and just go to jail. Some people do. Trust me. I've seen the reports. It's not good how many people do it illegally, and man, you can forever lose your chance to plumb. It can be bad. This is Laura from California. Stephen Lossinger says, "What's your advice for removing mold from behind the toilet? My apartment managers are so backed up on tickets." Man, I would start by just getting a spray bottle with bleach and I would keep it soaked down and drenched. Man, really, I'd call a mold remediation company in your area and ask them. They're probably going to tell you, look, we need to come out and do it. But man, that's just a tough one. Okay, so Luis asks again, how often do you get to work on gas? Do you prefer to work on water and drain lines? It really doesn't matter to me. Look, we're trained to work on all three. It blows my mind because, Luis, there's a lot of plumbers nationwide that are afraid to work on gas. They're like, look, I just won't do it. Like, man, if you just do it right, you're okay. So we get a lot of training on it. Tyler Rosavari, how are you doing? Good to see you in here. Tyler Compton, you're going to go through Reddit live ever. You know, this is something I just heard about recently, but yeah, if number one, I want to see if StreamYard starts letting us have the opportunity to go through Reddit. If not, there's another product out. I think Restream is starting to do Reddit and stuff like that. So we'll have to look at that. Okay, Luis, man, Luis, we can't be friends no more, man. Friends don't let friends root for OU. I'm sorry. And then Jonathan got to jump in the same thing. Roll Tide, man. And Luis, I got to tell you, number one, 2 weeks ago, that was a heck of a game. Oklahoma came back, played an amazing game. I really do like that young quarterback. Uh, y'all got to find a way to jump out ahead of people. And Jonathan Wheeler, I got to tell you, y'all lost the only freaking game I would have wished you would have won. Uh, I'm not a big Aggie fan, so I really wish y'all had tore them up. Nemanja is a programmer from Serbia. Good to have you in here. Joe Drake from Oklahoma. Man, we got a lot of Okies in here too. Are there any certifications I get to improve my chances of being accepted in the union? So, Rio, one of the things you could possibly do is get your OSHA 30. But to be honest, they'll pay you to do that. They'll pay for the training for you. Man, I think I would just go in there, go in, and I think I've done some videos about the interview process. Go in with a positive attitude. Go in happy. Remember, the person or the people interviewing you want one thing. They want you to come in and make them all look better. So you want to make sure that you understand how to do that in the interview process. When they ask you questions, you want to make sure you answer them in a positive way. Sir, I'm getting in the union because I want to do the best thing for my family. I want to make sure that I put myself in a position where I can learn and grow and make sure I put myself in a position where I can take care of my family the way they deserve to be taken care of. Man, stuff like that is huge. So, Ria, St. Louis, Missouri. Nara says American plumbing looks so different from Norwegian plumbing. Same trade, yet so different. Hey, you know what, man? Maybe I need to go over to Norway and check the plumbing out. Look at Amber Mendoza. Happy Monday to my tuber turds. I love it. Russell Johnson, Kansas City, Missouri. Here we go. Ricky Hudson with Acts of Service Plumbing out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Ricky, we ain't very far away, man. I'll say that, but it's a long drive, ain't it? Travis Compton from LA, keeping the water flowing. I love it. Keenan Walker says, I don't need anything plumbing. I don't need any plumbing information, honestly, but I love your channel. Keenan, I got to tell you, number one, thank you for that. I can't tell you how cool that is to hear. And I say that because I've literally met people at conferences that are business owners in their own trades or whatnot. And they're like, oh my God, I watch Roger all the time. And it's like, man, do you have a lot of plumbing problems or what? They're like, oh my God, no. And I would never fix my own plumbing. I just love watching his videos. So Keenan, thank you very much. I got to tell you, I love that. Chilik says, I'm at Roto Rooter. They only give me drain calls. Any advice? Man, become the best freaking drain cleaner in the world. And I know that sounds crazy, but take advantage of every opportunity you have, guys. If you get put in a position where all you're doing is drain cleaning, water lines, sewer lines, whatever it is, get freaking amazing at it. Become the freaking unicorn. You can be the most amazing drain cleaning person there is. Run a camera, locate. Are there any breaks? Can you run a hydrojetter? Does it need to be cleaned out? Do the roots need to be eaten out? What needs to be done? But learn to communicate well with your customers. Learn to look at every problem there. And if there's other problems that you can show them the options to repair, do it. And learn to be the best at what you're doing. And then you can grow. And look, I'm not saying you're not the best now, but learn the best customer service, learn the best communication styles, learn everything you can to really, really help them out. Russell Johnson says, always wanted to be a plumber, but had a bad training experience at two different companies. Kind of scared now. Here's what I would tell you. And Russell, this is something that I talk to people about all the time. There's some bad plumbers out there. And don't take just what you learn from one or two people and make a career choice out of that. And I say that because I've got a deal on my YouTube. It's the little mini course to help you figure out what kind of plumber you want to be. Do you want to do residential or commercial? Do you want to do service or new construction? Do you want to be union or non-union? And there's so many different opportunities there that if one person got into the wrong thing, it could mess them up forever. If some of the plumbers that I've had in there here in the past as service ever got in commercial and had to, work on the side of a building 20 stories up, close to the edge, wearing fall protection all day, that they'd be like, look, I can't do this. But then again, there's a lot of those people that do commercial. When they see us get poop on us, we get muddy, we're crawling around their house. We're like, yeah, I could never do that. So we each see this different, but you've got to find what type company you want to go to work for before you can find what company to go to work for. Jesus says, thank you for sharing your knowledge. I've learned a ton watching your channel. Biggest things is to know when to leave it to the experts. Wish you were located in California. You know what, Jesus? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Bill says, hey, Roger, asked you a couple of months ago about buying an older plumbing company. Closed that deal last month. Had some of your videos playing in our training room the other day. Guys loved it. Number one, Bill, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Look, I love what I do. And I was just talking about this a while ago. I literally, I am so blessed to be in a position where I can talk plumbing all day long and I can make videos about it. I can jump in lives and talk about it. So, Bill, I think this is amazing. I'm actually looking at an HVAC company down the road that I may merge with. And man, if we do, I think it'll be great because the guys that own it are great businessmen. I'm what I consider to be a great plumber, and I'm always learning to get better. They're always learning to get better. So, man, Bill, I hope it works out for you. And if there's ever anything I can do for you, man, reach out and let me know. Pavit Thin says, just finished my apprentice program and applied around, and a service company hit me back. Is service good to go into, or anyone in this chat? I've been told commercial's good to go in. I tell you what, and Pavit, it's different for different people. Like I was just talking about, I love service. I love it because I get to deal with the young customer. I get to deal with the homeowner. I get to come in and talk to them after other plumbing companies have lied to them, jacked them over, done them wrong, whatever the case is. The neat thing about it, I get to come in and treat them right. I get to come in and be fair with them, be honest with them. There's a lot of bad plumbing companies out there that send plumbers out that rip people off. And I got to tell you, I can't handle that. So the opportunity is amazing in service. Normally, you can make more money in service if you get good at what you're doing. I mean, think about it. Most houses we walk into, I'm going to say are 20 years old average. To be honest, they're probably older than that. A 20-year-old average house would have been built in 2001. That's not that old. So imagine you walk into a house that's 20 years old. Don't you think there are things wrong? And some of them, if you just make the customer aware of it, they want you to go ahead and fix it while you're there. It saves them money. So different ways to look at it, but I got to tell you, I think it works. Jalil Martinez, how are you? Good to see you in here. Amber Mendoza, uh, absolutely. Yeah, do come visit, man. I love it when people come down here, and a lot of times we'll get messages from plumbers saying, "Hey, look, we're going to be in the Dallas area, next Thursday. I'd like to come by and visit." I've had plumbers come in here and take pictures. I've had plumbers come down here and go to work with us, during the freeze. Man, a lot of good things. Milk says my audio keeps cutting in and out. You're the only one that I've seen it. Let me ask anybody. Yeah, and I see comments now. If there's any audio problems, guys, please let me know. We've been working on it, and I think we kind of got it better. Alas, I love hydrojetting cast iron pipe. I think it's the best way to clean it out to keep from getting any buildup crud, anything that can help it clog. I think it is amazing. All right, Russell Johnson, I've seen that question about 2 or 3 times. I think I got you answered. Elias says, "At what length do you install cleanouts on cast?" Depends on the code where you're at. Every 100 feet, every 50 feet, every 90-degree turn. It's really going to depend. But also, what do the specs call? What do the drawings call for? Amber says, "Congratulations to Bill Harden on owning your own plumbing company. So happy the videos are helping. Teach your crew. Yes, keep us updated." Okay, Russell, I've seen that question about 4 or 5 times now. I think I got you covered. Jose Martinez says, "Did the 2021 plumbing license going to end this year?" Oh, no. No, we're not ending. We went, yeah, Jose, the last legislature, I can't remember which, I think it was the 73rd. The last legislature ended in March. And no, we've got the Texas State Board for a while now. New board members have been appointed. Things are actually moving in the right direction. So I think it's a good deal. So no, it's not going to end. We are great. If you got problems with handyman doing work, call your local representative, get them reported. Acts of service, talking to the young man, I'm assuming about getting into the commercial. Says make sure you have your own hand tools, especially a level tape measure. Make sure you can read the tape measure. God, make sure you can read the level too. Great information. I appreciate that. Kyrie Ward says, "Do you have to join a union or local? Can you go to another state right out of the gate?" You can do whatever you want to do. Kyrie, here's the thing. A union is like a labor pool. It's like a hiring agency. When I was union, I should have been able to call down to my union and say, "Hey, I need 3 service plumbers." They just didn't have them. So I really don't even know why I signed up in a union. But that's kind of the way it works. But you can join a union, open shop. You can do whatever you want to do just starting out. So I've made videos about that. Guys, man, go watch them. It can really teach you a lot. And acts of service as it keeps cutting out. I'm assuming that y'all may be talking about whenever I start leaning forward. Let me know if this is any better when I stand back here. Daniel Allen says commercial can involve a lot of team. Absolutely. A lot of teamwork. So dealing with different personalities can be a challenge, but a great skill to master. Fraser, I got to tell you, I love that because we are literally, Amber and I are studying PCM, the process communications model, and it's all about personality styles, and how you talk to each one of them. Erica Lopez says, "Do they provide your tools starting out until you buy your own?" Erica, it really depends on where you're at. Now, here in Texas, Used to, you had to supply your own tools the whole time. And matter of fact, if you carried a tape measure, channel locks, anything like that out onto a job, you could get in trouble. Now, the union supplies your tools and you get an extra 10 cents an hour to keep them current. Meaning, if you lose something, you break something, you pay for it, not the union. But I mean, it used to be bad. When the union supplied the tools, I was a superintendent, and literally, guys would come up like every other week saying, "Hey, man, I need a new tape measure." It's like, "Man, I just gave you one." It's like, "Yeah, but the tip broke off of it." And then when you ask them where it was, it's like, "Oh, well, I just threw it away. It ain't no good." It's like, dude, quit carrying them home. I guarantee some people have 500 tape measures at home. So, yeah, Erica, what I would do is plan on starting out, and somebody mentioned it a while ago, a pair of channel locks, a tape measure, a notepad, a pen, a level, anything like that. Things that can help you get started. And then look at what you're using every day, look at what you're doing, and talk to the plumber there. Say, "Hey, man, what would you recommend I start buying?" And see what they say to help you. And it also depends on, are you getting into commercial or residential, service or new construction? A lot of different tools for each one. Ron Wood says trades are always a lot different depending on which country you're in. Very interesting to learn about trades in different countries. And it is, and we've done videos about that, plumbing in the U.S. versus plumbing in China and Russia or wherever. And we're actually looking at making another one. So yeah, and look at this. Chen Lee, plumber from Jamaica here. What's your advice to a young plumber and a person like me about the mental breakdowns as a tradesman? And Chen Lee, I got to tell you, I've never experienced the mental breakdowns. I've seen a couple of plumbers that just did. They just got tired of it. So what I would tell you, keep your mental attitude positive. You've got to know what personality you have and what you need to do. Me, I need incidents. I need excitement. I need to jump on a motorcycle and go 100 miles an hour every now and then. I need to jump out of a plane. I need to go scuba diving. I need to do something just crazy, and that keeps me going. That gives me energy. That excites me, but it keeps my mindset in a positive area. When I'm not getting that stuff, when I don't feel like I'm doing good, when I don't feel like I'm doing great, my mental mindset goes completely south, and I get depressed, and it's not where I want to be. And I don't mean depressed like most people. Depressed for me is just, okay, I don't feel like doing anything. I'm not grumpy. I'm not sad. I don't sit around and cry, but I can tell my body goes into just a negative mood, and I don't like it. So find out what things it is that you can do to keep you in that positive mindset. Me, it's excitement, it's energy, it's knowing that I'm doing something good. And either me telling myself that I'm doing something good or other people tell me. When I get comments that say, "Oh my God, Roger, I love what you're doing," that works for me. Um, Jarki Manasan says, in Iceland, we don't use water heaters. We rely on geothermal energy. And I got to tell you, I love that. I'm a lead AP, so I've studied geothermal, I've studied solar, I've studied wind, I've studied rainwater harvesting. So, Jarky, man, I love that. Kyrie Ward says, I want to join a union, but don't want to join my local union. Don't blame you. I know that feeling. I want to join out of state and want to know, is that possible? Kyrie, it's possible if you go work in their local. You can't work in your area and be a member of another local. Well, I mean, I guess you can, but it's a travel card. But man, I would say if you want to go to work in another local, plan on getting a job in that area. Oh, I was going to say, what was that about the merch? Yes, we do have t-shirts and caps and all kinds of crazy stuff over there. Cool mask too. If y'all hadn't checked out my mask, go over and check them out. It's pretty funny. Viper123 says, trying to be a plumber. Love this work so much, but my boss is doing more carpentry. And also he's paying me so bad working for $1 an hour. Yeah, number one, if you're working for $1 an hour, you can find a new job anywhere. Uh, and hopefully find a job where you can learn more. Ethan King says, which state is the best for plumbing? Texas. Here's why. And look, I say that 100% honestly. I don't mean it bad. Some people here may want to argue with me. If so, go back to Alabama. I'm joking. Look, I love Alabama. I think it's beautiful. So here's what I'll tell you. Here's what I like about Texas. It's not too harsh to work in. It gets hot in the summer, it gets cold in the winter, but it's normally not horrible, and it's normally not for very long. So when it comes to outdoor work, we have no problem. When it comes to service work, and Ethan, I need to know: are you talking residential or service, new construction, residential or commercial, new construction or service? What kind of plumbing are you talking about? Because that part can make a difference because it's different everywhere. Ricky Kelly says, went to a house a couple of hours ago. There was no P trap under the sink. Just a car's radiator hose going through the floor to the crawl space. You know, Ricky, man, do me a favor. God, please, Ricky, tell me you took pictures or videos of it. Go over to our subreddit, which is right there. Please go over to our subreddit, post it there. I'm gonna leave that up for a minute just so y'all can write that down. If y'all have not gone over there and joined, please go over there and join. Look, that way when you see stuff like that, you have a place you can go put it up, share it with plumbers. Hopefully, we can drag it into a video. And then Ricky, we'll be talking about you on here. And guys, also if you'll do like before and after pictures, really good. So, Ricky, thank you very much. Drew says he's finishing his plumbing school this Thursday from Las Vegas. Man, you are more than welcome, brother. Number one, congratulations to you. Look, guys, I think it's wonderful when I get messages like this. Hey, look, I'm finishing this. Thank you. And I have a lot of students send me messages say, look, our instructor puts your videos up all the time. That makes me feel great. So thank you. The End says, can you ever do a live stream on a job? You know, we've thought about it, and I may. I've got to talk to Milwaukee. I've got to talk to Infinity Drain. I've got to talk to a few people. I'm wanting to completely remodel my shower, and I want them to be part of it because I've got some ideas. Noah Baird says, hello from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Hello to you. Hope you're doing great. Randy N says, hello from Montreal. And we got the Canadians in the house tonight. Donald's Angry says, is Drano okay to use for a bathtub clog? I wouldn't. I don't like any kind of chemical drain cleaners. Instead of that, I would buy like a top sink snake that you can put on your cordless and run in the overflow. Normally knock it out every time. Pawns Gaming says, good day, Roger. Love your work here on YouTube and TikTok. Currently a plumbing student up in Canada. And there's a lot of plumbers in here. Another one from Canada. Taking pre-employment block 1. Find it funny how most of our building codes are similar to the US. And guys, that's why I tell y'all, look, I have tried actually reaching out to Justin Trudeau about helping recruit people into the trades up there. I think that what I talk down here, what I say down here, it's just as true in Canada. Y'all need help just like we do. So I think y'all have got a better system set up to help recruit into the trades and get people through it. So, man, I think it's phenomenal what y'all are doing. And MPWNS, I would just tell you, man, stick with it. You can make a lot of money if you can't up there, come down here. And down in Texas, I can help you get your plumbing license, I promise. Rainy Ann says, why does my toilet plug up even though I cleaned it with hot water and soap? Well, it's normally not plugging because of what's in your bowl. It's what's further down the line, but that may take a sewer machine and a camera. Jason Reeves, huge thanks to your crew. They did a cast iron pipe replacement recently, and everything is working great. Number one, Jason Reeves, thank you. Thank you for using us. And man, I'm glad that we were able to take care of you. I've got some good plumbers. I love that. But I do it because of stuff like this. Some of my plumbers come to me because of YouTube. Actually, almost everyone I've got right now came to me because of YouTube. So, Jason, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I think I've got some great people. Erica, you are more than welcome. Look, man, I could just go on forever. So Rios is interested in moving to Fort Worth area. Do the unions in that area mostly do new construction? Yes, they do. Yeah, I think it's what local 148 over there. Mike Parrott, if I'm not mistaken. And there's some good people over there. I love it. Dr. Pepper's dog says hello. How we doing? Martin Correon says, first year apprentice here. When is the difference between what is the difference between copper and PEX for water piping? You know, look, and people talk to me about PEX all the time, and I don't mind PEX. I like the expandable, like Uponor. That way you're not sticking something in that already sized PEX line to where it reduces the flow because those fittings are smaller. So that's the big difference. I think anybody who runs PEX should upsize it one full size. That's just me. Okay, now wait a minute. We got a newbie here. That's what it is. Where'd it go? Oh, got a newbie. Mr. Wakefield, you have an epic mustache. Sir Chugs a lot. Thank you very much. You have an epic name. I like that. Ethan King says thinking about moving to Texas or Florida in terms of plumbing. Which state do you think has more opportunity? I can't tell you about Florida, but I can tell you every company I know across the United States is looking for plumbers. Texas is looking for them hard. We need people to get into the trades. We need people to move up in the trades. So I think Texas is great. 100% awesome says love the channel. Starting to be an apprentice in New Jersey. Channel has provided a lot of useful information. Thank you so much. Ninja Joy says when working on the job, are you wearing waterproof clothes? No. We kind of wear what we need to as the need arises. If we know we need a face shield, gloves, got a body suit, Tyvek suit, something like that, we can do whatever we do. Ethan King says commercial and residential, do both, love working in both, service and construction. So see, Ethan, you're like me. I've done it all. I've done residential and commercial, service and construction in both. I've been union, I've been non-union. That's why, guys, look, I can get in here and talk about plumbing all day long. I've seen it. I've worked it. I've been in it, and man, at the end of the day, I still love it. Eli says, Roger, you recommended getting hired as an apprentice through any plumbing company that will hire you or going through a union. Eli, again, it really depends on what you want to do. If you want to be a commercial new construction plumber, the union's probably the best thing for you. If you want to do any residential or any service work, going open shop may be better for you. Miguel Mendez, how are we doing? Jose View says, hey, really like the channel. First time in the live, wanted to ask any ideas about putting a shower and a half bathroom in a half bathroom. Yeah, absolutely. If you've got room where you can remove a closet, open something up, I'm actually looking at trying to do a complete remodel of my shower now. I want to make it bigger. So yeah, you can always do, as long as you've got room, you can do anything. Tyler Steinmetz says, what is that you said? What is a lead AP? I know what a master plumber is, but never heard that term. And number one, it's lead, LEED AP. It is a nationwide designation you get. It's for new construction. It's building things green. I've studied conservation, energy conservation, water conservation. It is a designation for buildings to signify that they've been built as green as possible. And I got to tell you what, I think it's neat. Ethan King's in Canada too. Dang. Dumb Bum 1472 from PA. I love it. Welcome from Pennsylvania. Donald Zanger, you are more than welcome, sir. Evan Carroll says, can you comment on PEX B expansion? I asked on the subreddit. Evan, look, I love PEX B. I love the expandable PEX. I was talking about it just a while ago. The Uponor. I love it because, and I wish I had a fitting in here. Okay, so this is a 1/2 inch, and go to this camera. This is a 1/2 inch PEX fitting. So you put the PEX on here, you crimp it. Now, this is Pro Press, but this is going to show you here. This is going to show you the same inside of like a 1/2 inch pipe, because a 1/2 inch pipe would go in here and it's got a very thin wall. But this is so small that it can actually go in it. Guys, that's a 1/2 inch coupling and it goes down inside of this coupling. So what that tells me is it's going to make a complete flow restriction there. And that's one thing you don't want. And we've actually had to go over to people's houses, take apart all the piping at the water heater and repipe it just to try to get them more hot water. And luckily, we took out enough flow restrictions that they were able to. So it works. We got an S-trap locker in here. S-traps are not good. Let's go, Brandon. Shark bite and shark bite fittings. Miguel, I've done a few of them. Yeah, no, let's try. Yeah, stop using all text. Miguel, stop using all text. My bot will boot you out of here. Rio, you're more than welcome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. Look at this. Man, what the heck? Uncle Larry is in the house. Mr. Thetford, how are you, brother? It's good to see you in here. And no, you're wrong. I'm not a big Aggie fan. That's good, though. Good to see you in here, Unc. Arjun Esner, hello from India. How are you doing? Man, we do. We have people in here from all around the world. I love it. Ethan King, thank you so much. I love what I get to do, guys. It's phenomenal. Marcus Montes says, how challenging is it to tunnel underneath houses to make repairs underneath? What method do you use? Hand dig, hydrovac, plumbing contractor in Oklahoma, and just curious. Marcus, here's what I'll tell you is number one, we don't dig. It would take my plumbers a week to dig a hole like I need done. And I don't mean that bad. Plumbers just, man, that's not their gig. We hired dig crews to come in and they dig holes 3 foot deep, 3 foot wide. I mean, literally there's room to get in there and crawl back and forth past each other. And we do that for the safety. We don't ever want to put a plumber in a bad situation. Uncle Larry, good to see you in here, man. Caleb Colwell says, what trade school do you recommend? Caleb, I really don't. I recommend either going open shop. If I recommended a trade school, it'd probably be CEF, the Construction Education Foundation. I've talked to a lot of people over at PHCC, and most of their people send people to CEF. So I think it can be good. Cameron Thurman says, why do most wells use 1.25 inch pipe? Because they've got to pump it as far as they do, and you just want to make sure you've got enough volume there at that pressure. By the time it gets up the house and shrinks down, it should give you a little bit more pressure. And that's my only thought. Ethan King says, do you think ProPress will eliminate soldering one day? I think it's possible. They're going to have to make the tools more expensive. I mean, you can go buy a torch now for a couple $100. Most ProPress tools cost you a couple of $1,000, so not necessarily. Yeah, Dum Dum 1472 got to use ProPress first time. They're easy to use. If you put them in, you level stuff up while you're using it, you can make it look good. Mason Marks, nothing to say. Just wanted to say I love your videos. Mason, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. See, I do. I really enjoy when I get comments like that. I try to put good stuff out. So that does make me feel a lot. Mr. Wakefield, if you've ever stripped the screws on a toilet lid, what do you recommend I do? Man, I'm trying to think of what screws you could have stripped on the lid. Maybe you mean the seat. There's no screws on the lid. Maybe on the seat, but I don't know. Those plastic ones, I would change them out if I stripped them out. And you may have to cut them out to get them out. What days do you have a live stream and what time? Well, we're here right now. We normally come in at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time and go till 5:30 every Monday. If y'all are not connected with me over on LinkedIn, I go live on LinkedIn every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. So come over there and check me out too. And I'm assuming that we are having some problems. If uh if if I'm still having audio problems, will y'all let me know, please? Aaron Carroll says that the new PEX B does not have flow constriction and it's compatible with PEX A expansion. Check out the post in the subreddit when you get time. Evan, I will, but if it has a reduced size fitting, and that's what I always look at. I don't think the pipe has any flow restriction, but I think if it's got a reduced sized fitting that goes inside the pipe and crimp rings, this fitting is where your flow restriction is. If you look at the size of those two lines right there, go to this camera. If you look at the size of those two right there, and I know it's not going to focus on it very good, but if you look at the size of those, I mean, this one here is quite a bit smaller than the other one. And that is going to create a flow restriction in there, especially if you go through 10 of these to get to a fixture. Cliff C, the best part about my career is helping others, getting in and helping them take care of problems, helping them get treated fairly. I get so many calls about people that, a plumber's come out and lied to them, done them wrong, tried to cheat them, tried to steal from them, and I hate to tell you, it happens all the time. Uh, Mono 90 says, went to my local union to apply, said they aren't doing recruiting till spring. And look, Mono, that happens. I would stay in touch with them and, see if it's possible to just get your name on a list, start filling out your paperwork now, anything at all. Eric S. Castillo says his wife Julie says hello. Tell Julie I said hi. Yeah, not all. Maybe get a new seat. You're right. Ethan King, any of the above. Austin, Dallas, San Antonio, Fort Worth, Houston, El Paso. Man, you're going to be able to work in any of them. Anjura Nair says, please do more videos on plumbing around the world. We're actually looking at doing one of those right now. So I need to shoot one quick. So we may. About to start a plumbing apprenticeship pretty soon. Really nervous. Any advice? Man, come in with a positive attitude to learn and understand on your day one, you know nothing. Just come in with that attitude and learn. And if you keep going, man, you'll try to, you'll be fantastic. Okay, so if it's same fittings as PEX A, and it doesn't, I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'll find that article, uh, Evan, just because I'm interested in seeing it. 3/4 PEX fitting is the same as 1/2 inch copper. Yeah, it's definite. There's definitely a reduction in size there, and I've got 3/4 too. If you look at this, here's a 3/4 coupling. Here's the 3/4 copper coupling. The pipe goes inside this, but when I can put this whole thing through here, that's definitely a much smaller size fitting. Cameron says venting exhaust on water heaters, both tanked and tankless. Have seen people using PVC. You can use PVC if it's recommended by the manufacturer. I've done it on tankless. I've never done it on a tank top, but yeah. If you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to like and share with a friend. Ethan King says ABS versus PVC. Where I work with, we only use PVC. Ever use ABC on your own time? No issues. What's your take on it too? Here in North Texas, I've only found 2 houses ever that had ABS on them. It's just what we use. So we've always used PVC. It's just different parts of the country, different things. Plumber Stacker says, "What's up? We are doing great. Use ABS in residential, PVC in commercial in Chanakistan. Kanakistan. Plumber Stacker, welcome to the live feed. Good to see you in here. I tell you what, yeah, if you're new in here, just put new in the comments. That way I know. We do get a lot of new people in here, and man, I try to go through all the comments that I can. And I see somebody already give me a thumbs down. Really? Come on. Oh well. Melk says, I think your mic sensitivity is too low because when you move a certain distance from the mic, your voice cuts out almost entirely. Okay. So, Melk, I moved it up. Let's see if that does any better. Hopefully, it does. Dumbum 1472's channel is one of the main reasons I got interested in plumbing, changed careers from an office job to an apprenticeship. Thanks for what you do. No, man, thank you. I definitely appreciate stuff like that. Plumber Stackers, don't be scared and work hard. Man, that's the truth. Don't be afraid of anything. If people give you a job to do on the job, get out there and do it. Do it the best you can. And that is one thing. Always try to be the very best. What is your end goal? Is it to own your own company, to be a superintendent, to manage a company? Whatever that is, that requires the very best from you because there's a lot of other people that want that too. So make sure that you put yourself in a position to always try to be the very best. Plumber sections, don't be scared, work hard, listen to the ones you're being taught by. And that's another big one there. Look, those people are taking time to give you their advice. Take time to learn it. Write it down if you need to, whatever it takes. Know that it will be your career and you will do fine. Absolutely. Caleb Koa, what brand of wrapped do you recommend? I don't know what kind of wrap you're talking about. Most tankless, you can use PVC. Okay, power vents. Yeah, that makes sense. Brian Carney says audio is perfect for him. Love the info about draining the water heater. Very helpful. Thank you. And okay, so 100% awesome is new. Canada. Kanakistan. There we go. Now, see, I'm a little slow. But I get it, guys. Come on. Ethan King is new. New and 23 years as an or 13 years as an owner. Man, good for you. Plumber Stacker, I got a question. Since you're a 13-year-old company owner, what is your annual revenue up to? Meaning, how big have you grown your company? Because we're 6 years old. We've grown just a little bit each year, and we probably stay 5 to 10%. What have you grown to? Just out of curiosity, if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to. I think it's neat for people to see what the possibilities are. And you may say, look, I hadn't grown big because I don't want to, but I make 300 grand a year and my family's happy. And man, that's a great way to make a living. All right. Wow, Kelly, listening from Southern Illinois. Love the stuff. I'm a licensed home inspector and a general contractor. Well, Kyle, welcome to the show. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Raphael Pont says, Roger, been an apprentice for 4 months, but not getting taught like I thought I would. We should move to new construction to learn from scratch and rough ends. And Raphael, if you're doing service, you're going to learn different, but eventually you're going to get there. New construction, you may not like the work. So, take a look around, figure out what you think will be best for you, then make a decision. Not all says hardest thing in plumbing to figure out is quality versus speed. I really think that you can do it all. I think you have to work on the quality first, then you learn how to get faster at it, and that's where it'll come. So, man, I think that's fantastic. Plumber Stacker says originally from Joliet. Caleb Colwell, what toilet do I recommend? I let my customers pick out the toilets that they want. I like anything name brand, Kohler, Toto, American Standard, something like that. I think it's fantastic. Thomas Curl says, you mentioned subbing out tunneling. Do you use any other subs? Well, excavation and subs or tunneling crews, the one I use. Smoke testing. Guys, go check out the video that I did on a smoke test. I bought the equipment. I've done smoke tests myself for years. I think it's the best way to go. I wouldn't sub that out to anybody. It's too easy to do with the right equipment, and you can make good money on it. Okay, so Plumber Stacker says before 2020, they were close to 2 million gross. See, and no, I like that. That's a good number. Guys, look, if you're doing things right at $2 million annual revenue a year, you should be making I'm gonna say 15 to 20, or I'm sorry, 150 to 200,000 clear profit at the end of the year if you're doing things right. So man, that is an amazing number. Congratulations to you, Plumber Stacker. I think that is fantastic. Cameron Thurman says, "What is a fair price for ground floor garage tank water heater replacement?" Cameron, it's different prices, different parts of the country. Just ballpark off top of my head. I'm gonna say a couple of grand, and I'm probably close. But we've got upgrades there. You've got possible elevation, gas or electric, permit and inspection. Plumber Stackers all service. That is the way to be. That much I know. Lewis is about to restart a remodeling project on his 1950 build home. Your view on routing water lines in the attic located in Ardmore. Luis, here's what I have to ask is, how often does it freeze? How bad does it get? How hard does it freeze and for how long? And could that ever lead to problems for you? That's what it's going to add up to. Jen and Ed says, love the vids. Wish you were closer so you could see the mess they did in my house. Here's what I will tell you. Jen and Ed, oh, that's not it. I was going to say, let me go right here. Let me go back over here. Go over here to my subreddit. Put the pictures in there. You can put pictures in there, videos. First of all, you got to join our group, and then put the pictures in. It literally can be a great spot to put pictures and videos in there. Sean Strong's normally in there. He's been working a lot. I've been talking to him here lately. A great guy. So, put them in over there. You'll get a lot of plumbers comment, talk about it, tell you good and bad. Not all says he likes the Gerber Vipers. Not sure. Speed comes with practice. Cameron, yes, it does. Okay, the Gerber Viper toilet. Okay. Gerber Avalanche toilet's been a go-to. Great advice. Thank you very much. I'm having fun. Yeah, look, Gerber's another one that makes some good toilet. Look, there's a lot of good brands out there, guys. A lot of them. I like Kohler Toto American Standard because that's brands most people have heard of, and that helps me sell them easier. Brian Carney says, been in tech whole life, have done household plumbing projects. Any trends in tech and plumbing you're seeing? Possible retirement work, probably too old to start a trade. Number one, Brian, I've had people start getting into plumbing at the age of 50, 55. I had an apprentice one year that was 55. He was learning, growing, doing good. So I'm never going to tell you it's too late to get into a trade. I think that's really up to you, and we're all different. Plumber Stacker says, thanks, love the trades, and I treat my guys before I treat myself. Absolutely. Jen and Ed, and I'm assuming that means Oklahoma City. And I'll tell you what, man, if you're up there, Nick's Grill, one of my favorite places to go eat. Carlos Lopez started new construction several years ago, went into repair and service 2 years ago. Now just got your C36. Good for you. Getting ready to start his own company. Mono 90 says, Roger, you said in your union vid, unions are very political. Try not to get into too much. Do they tend to lean towards the guy in the office these days? Manny, here's what I'll tell you is that they do lean towards the guy that is in the office these days. But I've seen them look both ways. All I'll tell you is the whole time I was in the union, I voted on who I felt should be in the office, not who they told me to. So do what you think's right for you. Do I like Teflon tape or pipe thread sealant more, Wes? And I made a video on this, and we've got some other plumbers in here. Tell me what y'all think. I love putting on pipe tape, Teflon tape first, put it on, go in the right direction, and then put T+2 Teflon tape pipe dope over it. I've done that ever since an engineer at Texas Instruments taught me to do that. Said that he wanted every threaded he had on his job done that way. We did it and we never had a problem. I've been doing it that way every day since then. Uh, Cameron says a couple of grand. That's why so many people DIY or hire handyman. I don't disagree, but look here, guys. Since the beginning of the year, and I'm gonna get up on a soapbox here for just a minute, so please bear with me. Since the beginning of the year, the price of plumbing has gone up, meaning water heaters, PVC. I've got some material that's gone up 50%, and it's getting more expensive to do plumbers, to do plumbing. Plumbers want more money. There's a need for plumbers. So for every person that gets into or every person that gets out of the trades right now, there's only 5 or 6. I'm sorry. For every 10 people that get out of the trades right now, there's only 4 or 5 getting back in the trades. Supply and demand is going to be big. I truthfully think in the next year, I guess I started saying it a year ago. In the next 4 years, I think plumbers will be making over $100 an hour on their check. And guys, I really do. Luis, thank you very much. Viper, man, I got to tell you, we don't do Discord. I don't like Discord. It just wears me out. And it's probably because I don't know how to use it right. But man, I'm doing Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, subreddit. It's just, man, I got so much going on. I don't know that I could do anything else. Plumber Stacker, I've been following for about 6 months or so, not in this channel name, but I think it's great what you're doing. Real content is the best content. Plumber Slacker, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Do I like carburetors in a municipality where you're from, Canada? They're actually illegal. If that's what you're calling a garbage disposal, yeah, we use them all the time. We don't have any problem with them. Yeah, not all says, yeah, our material is basically doubled. Guys, and it has. It has, our materials have gone up, water heaters have gone up about 30% now. Most PVC, plastics, anything like that, due to the resins, have gone up drastically. It literally costs us a fortune. Okay, so make it easy. Yeah, it is a lot of money. What's the trades? Viper 123, the trades are all the trades. Plumbing, electrical, HVAC, roofing, anything in construction is literally a trade. About to do my first PEX job. It jumped on me. On my bathroom tomorrow. Excited. Thanks for all the tips, even though plumbing freaks me out. And good luck. Don't be scared of it. Remember, if you're getting near a water line or working on a water line, turn the water off outside so you don't flood the house. Biggest thing. Plumber Stacker, I was talking about Uponor earlier. I love it. I think it's phenomenal. Joshua Luckett says, hey, plumber man, what's up? And see, now this is a good one. Donald Zangry says, is there any toilet paper than Scott? I love Cottonelle. And it's really funny because I love the Cottonelle toilet paper and had used it for years. But then they reached out to me about flushable wipes. And guys, at first I told them, look, man, wipes aren't flushable. And they said, we'd like you to do a test. So we started testing it. And I got to tell you, it worked out really, really good. So, yes, I don't use Scott. I use Cottonelle. Joshua Leckett says, best camera snake you've used. Man, I had Milwaukee come in and do a demo. I want the new Milwaukee camera. And I want to try it out and make videos on it. It is cool. Anthony Wyckoff says, love the channel, always learning and learning in for more. Man, I good. Leaning in for more. Good for you. Got a long time at elevator mechanics as a trade. Yeah. And Mono, I'll tell you this, elevator mechanics make good money. I think the elevator union is probably one of the best ones around. Justin Hepperly says, how would you go by cleaning the sewer line vent stack if it's plugged? I would literally just run a cable down it. Yeah, I need to do a video on that, on a plumbing vent and why it's important. Justin, thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, that's a good video, and I've got a trainer built that I could do that video on pretty good. Jen and Ned says they never put a pressure reducer on your main line for about 8 years. Fine as the PRV started to fail, it would just release about 2 cups of water. Yeah, that's not a lot of fun. Not at all. Turn the water back on, do it slow to avoid a large leak after a repipe. Absolutely. Yeah, Donald's angry. I got to tell you, try the Cottonelle toilet paper, but also try the Cottonelle flushable wipes. But do the test that I did, and they were in here just the other day. I had some jars. We did tests and literally put a baby wipe, a Cottonelle flushable wipe, another brand flushable wipe, and toilet paper in 4 jars. And I got to tell you, the Cottonelle flushable wipe broke down almost as fast as the toilet paper, and almost as easy to pull apart. It blew my mind. Now, toilet paper is going to break down more, but when you're trying to get clean down there and you want something special, the Cottonelle flushable wipes do work. And if you'll do the test that you saw me do, man, video it, put it on my TikTok. Tell me what you think. I'm interested. Rigid makes good cameras too. Man, there's a lot of good cameras out there. I really want the new Milwaukee though. Plumber Stacker, when you send your cameras for repair. Uh, the cameras that I use are made out of Canada. Hello, Canadians. I literally carry them to a place here in Rockwall that does all the repairs, and they're fantastic. John Anderson says the trades who make civilized life possible. Thanks for what y'all do. Help run the internet. Y'all make me look dumb. No, John, look, I'm trying to learn the internet, so no, you're pretty good. And my brother specializes in IT systems and implementation. Much smarter than me too. Roger, is there a preferred way to change from PVC to CPVC in a long run of water supply pipe? Commercial settings, simple male and female adapter. The thing is, John, there's actually transition glue that you can glue PVC to CPVC. Uh, look for it. It's transition glue. I've used it before on a vent. I've never tried using it on a water line. So check and see what it's rated for. Donald says, new homeowner, found your channel, and I'm looking forward to utilizing your information. Donald's angry. Thank you so much. I got to tell you, and I don't know how old your system is. Mine has PVC. Even an old cast iron system is going to clog up with toilet paper. I've seen it because it's so rough on the inside. So anything is possible. Guys, y'all might slow the questions down. I know we're getting close to 5:30. So I'm going to be wrapping it up here pretty soon. But look, if y'all have not done it yet, if you're in here and you like what you're hearing, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. Just hit the like button down at the bottom. If you hit the thumbs down, hit it again, it'll go away. If you like what you're doing, give us the thumbs up. If you have not done it yet, please share the video. Uh, please subscribe. Please like it and tell other people about it. There's a lot of people that could use a career choice, and getting into the trades could just be fantastic for them. Maybe you've got friends that has a son that they don't know what he's going to do. He may not be college material. I didn't think I was. So this has been great for me. Jen and Ed says, towards the end, I installed a backflow preventer, pressure reducer, and went with the Gladiator 5500 watts electric heater and an expansion tank. Man, you've been doing some work. Cameron Thurman says, can snaking a toilet damage the toilet, scratch the glazed trapway, crack the porcelain? It shouldn't. Cameron, if you take a closet auger and put it in right, that's what the rubber neck is for. And when you bind it in there, if it comes up, if it does scratch it, you can take, like, what is it, 400 grit sandcloth, some real fine sandpaper, and get in there and sand it. And you don't want to sand too much because you don't want to rub it enough to scratch the porcelain, but you can normally get any marks that spring leaves out of it. Brian Carney says, those of us on septic. Scott from Costco has been great. I got to tell you what, the Cottonelle flushable wipes, even selling there, they're designed for septic. They literally break down like toilet paper, guys. And if you hadn't seen the video I did, I've got another one coming out, and I'm telling you, it's worth trying these tests at home yourself. Parker P, people just been asking questions in here today. I got to get all that set up again and get me back to it. And guys, I am literally fixing to shut down, so please stop with the questions. I'm gonna roll it off here in just a minute. Steve says at a big box hardware store saw a pressure gauge. Every homeowner should know what pressure their water is. Yes, Steve, I think everybody should. That's amazing. United States Postal Service says will sold the kitchen and laundry drain line that is routed through the outside of my house has a belly. That's why it gets clogged, backs up. Dishwasher needs to be replaced. Yes, it does. If it's got a belly, it will get clogged up on you. Beverly Bruh, welcome to the show. Nice. Caught it on a public bus, so I can't hear a lot, and the chat is entertaining. And the chat's always entertaining on here, brother. Parker P says, Roger, sorry I have not been to your live streams much. Been busy. I want to say thanks for making me laugh in these hard times and making me and my grandfather close together. Parker, number one, thank you very much. Look, guys, I love comments like that. I get a lot of people tell me, why are you doing what you do? I can't believe you make videos about this. You're stupid. You're ripping off plumbers. Look, man, I love what I do. So Parker, when I see comments like this, I really do appreciate it. Yeah. Any tips for your videos? Yeah. Like your videos. Yeah. Not just like my videos, go in and watch them, study them, look at what I'm doing. When I talk about how to get better at the trades, how to get in, how to get started, there's great advice there. Beverly, people are going to ask you, what do you bring to them? What value do you bring? Why should they hire you? And, the kind of answers that I always like hearing, look, I want to hire somebody that is coming in to do a good job, somebody that wants to learn to do better, somebody that wants to take great care of their family, somebody that wants to be part of a team. So things like that were always good. Uh, TJ Walker says, Roger, get the monitors for the Milwaukee cameras. The only way you get all the benefits of tilt and such. Good. Robert Kilbon says, England in the house. I love it. Boiler condenser keeps blocking, and now the boiler making gurgling noises. Brand new. Yeah, you're going to have fun. All right. Robert Kilburn liked it and shared it. I love it. Thank you very much. And, to get a share over in England, that's a big deal. Robert, thank you, sir. I do appreciate you being here. Mono says, last question. Uncle claims liquid body wash can clog the piping going from the shower. I don't see that it would clog it is any more than a bar of soap. You still got that film. Just, every now and then get you a top sink snake, clean it out, rinse it out, do what needs to be done. And see, I got another thumbs down. I should have got off when I tried. If you gave me the thumbs down, you can click on it, make it go away, and go over to the thumbs up. Come to the good side. Mono, yeah, I don't see any truth to that. Is it possible to design a flush system that only uses 2 liters of water? Well, the new flush systems are what? 1.28 gallons. 2 liters could possibly yeah, because there's a 0.8 gallon flush. They're getting really close. Noah Goodwin says, "Are you hiring apprentices?" I need another plumber right now, and I think I may have found one. So if I find one, yeah, I am gonna be. Any tips for cutting old cast iron pipe? Yeah, get Sawzalls with the diamond blades that'll knock it out. Glad I caught this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Dip tube a bit. Yeah, I don't guess I saw the water heater question. Sorry. Yeah, Sawzall on a fresh cast iron blade. See, there you go. Ethan King says, man, it jumped on me again. Love to work down there. What would I be making? Plumbers starting out here start out at 15 an hour. Sorry, apprentices start out at 15. Plumbers anywhere from 25 to 30. Says you're a second year, you'd probably start out around $25 an hour, depending on what all you can do. Cheap Beast is buying a home, 50 years old, low water pressure, but the pressure regulator works fine. Yeah, if it works fine, I'd turn it up. If it doesn't, I'd check the pressure coming into it. Parker P, great to have you in here. Plumber Stacker says Gen Diablo carbide tip. Sawzall blades work well. Yeah, the Diablo grades are great. So, man, that put me right at it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. If you had fun, like it, Share it, leave a great comment, tell anybody. If you didn't, this is a different channel. It's really not what you were thinking. No, guys, I do. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it here, please, if you hadn't done it yet, subscribe. If you've already subscribed, ring the bell so you get notified when we go live. And if you know anybody that could benefit from this, do you know anybody that would benefit them to get in the trades? Maybe they're looking for something new to do. Hopefully things like that can happen. I think getting in the trades has probably been one of the best things I've ever done. It's been phenomenal for me, and it really has helped me have a good living. So I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flooded.